Hello! Good morning mga ka-strong! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Strong Igorot. Our video for today is the continuation of my foster mother, Marie Augusta Ribeiro Ramchan Sadarangani, Mysterious Documents. I have shown you and read 3 letters of these documents already, so I will going to read another 3. So let's start. They call it miracle fruit. This is my miracle fruit. So that we have another something to see, not only these documents. So this is the first page. This is the first page of this mysterious documents. Second page. Third page. And this is the letter that I have read to you on my last video. Yeah, this is the letter that I read in my last video. Yeah, this one. And we stop in here, I think. Yeah, so this is the 4th letter. From Wells' report on the Battle of Naseby. Cromwell was a man of strength, genius, and complex character. An extraordinary mixture of greatness and business, of sincerity and deceit, of nobility and cruelty, of tolerance and fanaticism. Every possible contrast is seen in his stormy nature, a prey to political and religious passions, and the consuming worries of ambition. At the beginning of a civil war, 1642, Cromwell obtained a commission as a captain of horse and recruited a force in the eastern countries, made up of farmers, of sons of well-to-do husbandmen, and war-hardened troopers who were given the name of Cromwell's Insides. With this routed the kings of Calvary and a number of encounters that decided the issue of the greatest battles of Marston Moor 1644 and Naseby 1645. The latter was the more decisive in bringing about the downfall of Charles I, since it led to his internment at Hombay, his arraignment before a high court of justice, and finally his execution. It is said that, moved as it were by the vindictiveness, still unsatisfied, Cromwell insisted on looking at the dead body of his adversary in his coffin. The letter opposite, of great history interest, was sent by Cromwell to Mr. Lenthal, Speaker of the House of Commons, informing him of the Roundheads' victory over the Royalists at Naseby, and was written on the evening of the battle. British Museum. And this is the letter, mga ka-strong. Yeah, this is the letter. I think that's not enough, so he put it at the side. Oh, let's go for the 5th letter. Okay. This is the explanation of this letter. Charles I informs his sister of the birth of a son in Kaiuk. After the death of Charles I, who was beheaded outside Whitehall, his son went to Scotland, the birthplace of his line, where his followers proclaimed him king. In 1660, just as the fortunes of Stuarts seemed to be finally broken, Charles II, who had been wandering on the continent for several years, benefited by the weariness of the opposing parties, was called back to London and ascended the throne. Reprisals immediately followed the Restoration. For despite a formal amnesty, the scaffold was set up for those who had taken a part in the beheading of Charles I, and the most cruel tortures were devised for them. As for Cromwell, his remains were dug up from Westminster Abbey and buried under the gallows of Tyburn. A reminder of these events cannot fail to give a deeply moving character to the letter on the opposite page, in which Charles I announces to his ill-fated sister Elizabeth, Queen of Bohemia, known to history as the Winter Queen, the birth of a son, the future Charles II, who was destined 30 years after to avenge his father on those who took the most active part in his execution. Royal Library, Windsor Castle. And this is the letter. So let's go to the sixth. I think this is the sixth letter. A prophecy by John Churchill, 1st Duke of Marlborough. The outstanding progress of Her Majesty's arms under the Earl of Marlborough has brilliantly restored the honor of the English nation. Wow. This was the motion passed by the House of Commons in 1709 in praise of one of England's greatest commander in the field. The letter of the opposite page, written by him to General Townsend, gives news of the Battle of Malplaquet, 1709, the last important engagement with the French in the War of the Spanish Succession. The peace which Marlborough predicts in the letter came 3 years later, with the signing of the Peace of Utrecht, June 1712, British Museum. And this is the letter. So mga ka-strong, those are the 3 letters of British history centuries ago. And I will going to read to you on my next vlog the 3 last letters. And I will going to show you the 3 last letters that we're going to read to you in my next vlogs is Nelson's unfinished letter. The Duke of Wellington informs a French general of victory of Waterloo. And the last 9th letter is the Napoleon appeal to England. Yes. So those are the 3 last letters that I will going to read to you. So a big thanks to all my subscribers, supporters, viewers, and commenters. And for those who still like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. We always welcome comments, ideas, and suggestions in this channel. Again, a big thanks to all, and God bless everyone.